Eighth graders, this is to help you with question 1 on CR 23. It says, what is the solution of the following equation? Well, a solution to an equation is a number you can substitute in place of x that makes the equation true. So I'm going to go ahead and do this problem 2 ways. The first thing I'll do is just straight out solve the equation. After that, I'll show a quote-unquote check. Whatever value I get for x, I'll substitute back in and make sure when I simplify this entire side, it comes out to be 0. All right, let's go ahead and solve this equation. 2 times the quantity 7x minus 5 minus 6x plus 2 equals 0. First thing I'm going to do is distribute this 2 through the parentheses. That will clear out this set of parentheses. 2 times 7 is 14, so 2 times 7x is 14x. Keep my minus sign, because a positive times a negative is a negative. 2 times 5 is 10. Then I have minus 6x plus 2 equals 0. Now, you probably in class do your x's and o's. We're going to combine like terms. We'll put our x's together on this side of the equal sign, and we'll put our numbers together on this side of the equal sign. So I'll do my little x's and o's chart, if that's what you're most comfortable with. So I have a 14x, I have a minus 6x. 14x minus 6x is 8x. Then I have my nose side. On the nose side, it's important you remember the sign in front of that 10. So I have a negative 10, and I have a plus 2. Negative 10 plus 2 is minus 8, or negative 8. So now I have 8x minus 8 equals 0 after I combine like terms. So this right here is what got me to that step there. And now I'm just going to solve this equation. I need to move all my constants to the right-hand side, leaving all the x's on the left. Undo subtraction with addition. I'll add 8 to each side of that equal sign. 0 plus 8 is 8. Negative 8 plus 8 zeroes out. Bye-bye. So on the left-hand side of the equal sign, I just have an 8x. I'll divide both sides by 8. Undo multiplication with division. 8 divided by 8, fancy form of 1. That's 1x, and I can just write that as x. 8 divided by 8, fancy form of 1. And there you have it. The answer is x equals 1. So I know this should be the answer. But here's why we do a check. First of all, I'm hearing in class, some of you, the checks are just uncomfortable for you. So even though this is going to cause the video to be a little bit longer, I am going to run through a check. Once you have a value you believe works for x, you substitute that value in place of the x. Any x you see, you simplify, and you keep your fingers crossed that once you simplify, in this case, I get 0 because I need whatever happens here to end up equaling 0. So let's go ahead. 2 times the quantity 7. The operation between 7 and x is multiplication. So 7 times 1 minus 5, close the parentheses, minus 6. Operation between the 6 and the x is multiplication, times 1 plus 2 equals 0. I'm just going to simplify this side. I'm going to work within parentheses. Go ahead and do this multiplication first. 7 times 1 is 7, so that's 2 times 7 times 1 is 7 minus 5 minus, I'm just going to leave this for the moment, 6 times 1 plus 2 equals 0. Within parentheses, I continue to work. So it's 2 times 7 minus 5 is 2. Those parentheses tell me this operation is multiplication. So I have 2 times 2 minus 6 times 1 plus 2 equals 0. Now I handle any multiplication and division, left to right. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 equals 0. Now I take care of any addition or subtraction, left to right. 4 minus 6 is negative 2 plus 2. I'm hoping that that's 0. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Totally checks. That tells us x equals 1 is the correct answer. I hope that helps.